Hey, what's up, Bonita Springs location, serve teams, you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time, taking a couple of minutes to hang out with Pastor Charles and myself as we share some pretty big news with you guys. There's a big announcement coming your way, and I want to let you know a couple of things before we get there. First of all, this is going to be one of those that is a big bag of mixed emotions.
Definitely.
There's probably going to be a little bit of sadness, maybe some tears, but what we know is that at the end of this video, there's going to be a ton of excitement. And so with that being said, the second thing you need to know is that you are getting this video because you are an intricate part of our family, of our church family. As a serve team member, we do life together, we serve together, and so we wanted you to be the first to know before we let the rest of our serve teams know at team night, even our location on Sunday, we're gonna let them know, and then obviously our church in a couple of weeks, we wanted you to be first to know so you can process and have an opportunity to hear this. And the last thing you need to know before we talk about this is that really the Lord has been at the center and leading the way with this whole process. And so we're thankful for that, but let me start with some of the sad news first, potentially emotionally for me and for all of us. But hey, as of starting March of this year, I am going to be transitioning off the leadership of the campus pastor role at the Bonita Springs location. And here's the good news about this is that I am not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay within the house, but I am gonna take a different leadership role within our church. And so I know that right now you are processing and that's okay. And so just know that we have processed for the better half of the last several weeks. And so here's what you gotta know. The first thing is that we really have been praying through this for the last 3 months, and it's cool. We're right now at the Coconut Point movie theaters, which is just crazy to think about just how God has ordained our steps since 6 months ago, Irma, to where we find ourselves now at the Bonita Springs Performing Arts Center, which is absolutely unbelievable. But about 3 months ago, Pastor Matt, Sarah, our leadership, sat down with Lisa and myself, and we really started thinking about the future of our church, talking about just some things that the Lord had put in all of our hearts to pray about and consider. And so what you gotta know is that this was one of those things where as it was presented, the Lord was really at the center, and we were asking the question whether it was the right thing or not the right thing for us to step into as a family. And so I'm so thankful that we had the opportunity to pray. I'm old school, and so I asked God for a lot of confirmation, for God to really tell us what the next step was. And the reason why is because, man, we're family, and so Bonita Springs is our home church, and we know there's so many relationships and so much family that we knew that this was going to be something that the Lord had to say yes to. And so what you need to know is, as you probably have heard, our church has a launch that's coming next year with the Cape Coral location, and that's exactly what we prayed about. And it was evident after prayer and just really seeing God's hand move and answer the question that for Lisa, for myself, for our family, that's what the Lord had in mind for us. And so we have said yes to that assignment. And so again, part of the good news is we're still a part of the family. We're still obviously within the Next Level Church family, but with that response that God gave us, and knowing that I am gonna be stepping away from the leadership at Coconut Point, or not Coconut Point, we're here at Coconut Point, but Bonita Springs, we knew that there was the question to answer, which was who was that campus pastor that was going to step into the role. And so here's the excitement, and here's the exciting news, you guys, is that it is not going to be an external hire. It is not going to be someone we don't know. It's actually going to be one of our very own pastors, and that just brings so much joy. And so when we knew this, we presented Pastor Charles and Stacy with what the Bonita Springs location campus pastor role was going to be, and they've prayed about it. They have sought the Lord, and they've said yes to that assignment. And so, man, we're so thankful and excited for that.
Yeah, you know, Lewis, let me first say, wherever you all are right now, let me start where Lewis started. You may be really excited right now, you may be pretty bummed out right now, or you may have a mixture of different emotions, and let me just say that is okay. Wherever you are right now, let us be additional voices just saying that's all right. Listen, we've been through a range of different emotions in talking about this transition, and while we're excited about what God is doing, it's okay to be where you are. Let me just encourage you in a couple of different things. First, let me encourage you to take that to the Lord. Amen. God does care about how you feel right now. Let me also encourage you not to keep it to yourself. Share it with a family member, share it with friends, share it with us.
Absolutely.
we want to help process with you, and that's why we're doing our best to take time in the midst of this transition. Let me also now say, wow, what amazing pastors and leaders have we had in Louis and Lisa. I am so incredibly honored, and I know you are as well, to have Louis and to have Lisa in our lives. Let me just say this, Louis has been such an instrumental part of calling out God's gifting in my life and seeing things in my life that I didn't even see in my own life. And hasn't he done that for so many of us? That's why we love him so much, because they've loved us, they've known us, and they've cared for us. And that's what we love about our pastors. And so just as I've thanked Louis many times over and over again in the last couple of weeks, will you do me a favor, and when you see Louis and Lisa and Roman, will you just thank them? Will you just embrace them and encourage them on their journey towards God's will? And listen, I have to now finally say how honored and excited I am. The Bonita Springs location of Next Level Church is so incredibly special. You all are just amazing, and it is our honor, Stacy, myself, and our daughter Palmer, it's our honor to be able to just do life with you, and we're so excited to get to know you at a deeper level, to get to care for you, and even sometimes challenge you wherever necessary. And we are going to bring God's kingdom to Bonita Springs and to Naples and to South Fort Myers, and I'm so excited about that, and we're just honored.
Yeah, you guys, well, here's what you got to know. This is what we felt in our spirit, is that this is about kingdom multiplication.
Yes.
Bonita Springs and Cape Coral, that is the heart of God, and that is what we're so excited about this, even though, again, the emotions are being processed. But here's what you got to know. Here's the timeline so that you know how this is playing out. So obviously you're finding out first because we wanted you to be the first ones to know as a family. Then we're going to tell our teams, all of our teams, all locations, a team night on Friday. We're going to be announcing it to the Bonita Springs location on Sunday so that our church knows. And then consequently, I think it's the first week of February that we're going to be sharing who our future campus pastor of Bonita Springs is going to be. And again, as the Cape Coral launch is going to come very close, who that's going to be as well. So that's going to happen February. So the cool thing is, like Pastor Charles said and I said earlier, we're going to have plenty of time to sit down, to hang out, to process together. Not going anywhere until the beginning of March, and so it's going to be great. But you know, I want to leave you with this. God is on the move. We've seen it at Bonita with so many people coming in, and we just believe that God's going to do some amazing stuff here in this next year as a whole church. Hey, we love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you very soon. We love you.